an advantage. I think it'll be just in the first couple minutes.
Let's put you in the shoes of Jack Hermansky for just a moment from Romeoville.
Well, I wished I was.
What are you going to do to slow down the quickness and the running game of Westchester St. Joe?
Well, I'll tell you one thing I do. When St. Joe's going to press man-to-man, and when that ball goes inbounds, if Freeman's guarding the man with the ball, I would give it up and give it to somebody else and let somebody else guard the man bringing the ball up. Freeman is incredibly quick, and well, that is the #1 thing. If whoever's Freeman guard would not bring the ball up the court. But I think it's important for Romeoville to make this a half-court game. If they can get a shot off every time down, they're going to have a good game, and it's going to be close.
Well, we're set now to meet the players and coaches in this game, and let's go to Steve Adams.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the coaches and players for this 4th quarterfinal round game featuring the Westchester St. Joseph Chargers and the Romeo Spartans. Make that the Romeoville Spartans. First, for the Chargers of St. Joseph High School from Westchester, entering this game with a record of 29 wins and 1 loss. Introducing the head coach in his 16th season, Gene Pingator. And now the players. Number 12, a 5'8" senior, Brandon Aldridge. Number 15, a 6'1" senior, Bob Switlow. Number 20, a 6'4" junior, Brian Molis. Number 22, a 5'9" junior, Terry Mister. Number 23, a 6'1" junior, Clifford Scales. Number 24, a 6'3" junior, Oliver Cesar. And number 35, a 6'3" senior, Harry Barekas. And now the starting lineup for the Chargers of St. Joseph High School. At 1 forward, a 6' senior, number 32, Sterling Mahan.
Averaging 15.7 and the leading rebounder on the team.
At the other forward, a 6'4" senior, 31, Randy Rebold.
Pingator calls him his blue-collar player.
At center, a 6'5" junior, number 34, John Dragus.
He'll bang and play the defense.
At 1 guard, a 5'10" senior, number 14, Billy Stanback.
Co-captain averaging 9 points a game.
And at the other guard, a 5'7" senior, number 10, Tony Freeman.
Averaging 20.3 points a game. He's magic.
Those are the Chargers of St. Joseph High School. And now for the Spartans of Romeoville High School. Entering this game with a record of 26 wins and 4 losses. First, the head coach in his 6th season, Jack Hermansky. And now the players. Number 11, a 6'1" senior, Kevin O'Banner. Number 12, a 5'10" senior, Jeff Bambule. Number 14, a 5'10" senior, Gil Kardik. Number 15, a 6' junior, Steve Johnson. Number 21, a 6'1" senior, Lamar Mason. Number 24, a 6'2" junior, Mark Burke. And number 25, a 6'1" junior, Brian Anderson. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the Spartans of Romeoville. At 1 forward, a 6'3" sophomore, number 30, Artie Preston.
Only 16 years old, averaging 6 per ball game.
At the other forward, a 6'4" senior, 35, Larry Wise.
A power player averaging 13.8 a game.
At center, a 6'8" senior, 32, Sean Vandiver.
Vandiver averaging 18.5 points, 10.5 rebounds.
At one of the guards, a 6'1" senior, number 20, Dwayne Manley.
Manley can do it at 14.2 a game.
And at the other guard, a 6'3" senior, number 22, Bernard Winston.
Averaging 4.2, important to the defense.
Those are the Spartans of Romeoville High School. And here are the officials: Phil Cody of Glen Carbon and Don Cobb of Wood River.
That's it. Westchester St. Joseph Chargers and the Romeoville Spartans are coming up in just a moment. Right now, one of your network sponsors is ME4 Bromanol.
Choosing a herbicide used to be a problem. Some products injured crops, and some drifted, and others acted slowly, problem after problem, in spite of so-called improvements. Now there's one herbicide for corn and sorghum that lets you rest easy with your choice. A concentrated herbicide that works better because it's built better. ME4 Bromanol. It controls over 60 tough broadleaves, won't vaporize and won't carry over, and it works in days, not weeks. ME4 Bromanol, the better choice for corn and sorghum.
Another kind of March Madness from Landmark Ford, of course. For a limited time, select your unique, one-of-a-kind, custom-painted 1986 Sundowner Ranger Sport with TA tires, chrome or gold wheels, AM/FM stereo cassette, step bumper, and blackout chrome. Was Landmark priced at $97.76, now just $77.77 plus destination charge. It's yours, it's individual, it's unique, it's exclusive at Landmark Ford in Springfield.
County in the East Suburban Catholic Conference. Romeoville out of Will County, the Seco West Conference. Enrollment 2,180. Enrollment at Westchester 1426. Boys, the matchups: Mahan and Riebel at the forwards against Preston and Wise. Vandiver against Dragus in the middle. Standback and Freeman, and Manley and Winston in the backcourt. The starting matchups: St. Joe in the red, trimmed in black. Romeoville in the white, trimmed in black and orange. We're ready to go. Vandiver at 6'8" in the middle, and Romeoville starts with the ball. 20 is Dwayne Manley, an important player for the Spartans. Of course, St. Joe, a typical man-to-man matchup. Here's the turnaround in the lane by Vandiver. No good, but look at Wise work the board.
Great second effort. See, that's going to be a problem for St. Joe's. They've got to rebound. They've got to, their defensive boards are very important for them.
This is a big Spartan team, and they throw up a 3-2 zone to open the game. Standback is 14. That's Freeman in the corner, and he'll be everywhere. Bounce pass, Mahan inside for the deuce. The feed from Freeman.
Right, great pass by Freeman.
Early tie, the extended pressure by St. Joe. 6'8".
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's an easy way to break the press. Give it to your 6'8" man.
Now Manley working against Standback. Manley gets into the paint, has the ball rejected out of his hands, but picked back up by Winston. He missed, and Riebel has the rebound. Look at the transition game. Man can't reach it.
That's what St. Joe's wants to do. Not throw the ball away, but they want to run the ball up, and I think that's their game. And I think it wasn't that bad a pass, because they certainly want to get the ball out and go with it.
They lost only to Chicago King. That was in the finals of the Proviso West Holiday Tournament. Freeman had 30 points in that game. This is Bernard Winston. He's short. He's got it back. Tony Freeman took it out of his hands, but out of bounds to the Spartans.
It's kind of interesting on this press for St. Joe's. Freeman's playing at half court rather than up on the ball.
Now throwing the ball in is Manley. He's in trouble. Now he lobs it to his big center, Sean Vandiver. Manley loads up outside. Rattled it out. Over the top foul on Sean Vandiver.
Good call.
He was sealed away from the board.
Was that Dragus? I think he did a nice job of screening him out.
He's quite a body. 6'10", 6'8", 210 pounds.
When you're that tall, an inch or two doesn't make a difference, Frank.
Yeah, if that's in the house, you know it's in the house. There's no way to hide it.
He's the high scorer in 23 of Romeoville's 30 games. on the right wing. Stand back, faked and didn't. Now he's going to try it. Not that time. Wise lost it off his knee and out of bounds. Larry Wise had the ball, but it bounced off of him, and the Chargers keep it. Just underway, 2-2 first quarter. Tony Freeman shot. Battle for the boards belongs to the men in red.
Everybody seems like they're taking a turn at shooting and getting their feel for the ball here. Nice you can do that and keep it.
Stand back, the co-captain, has Tony Freeman on the right wing. Tony can really dance. He's only 5'7", but he plays with a great deal of confidence and authority. His ball fake and move. He's going to head for Indiana. Man in the corner exchanges with Freeman. The zone is good right now by the Spartans. Freeman's going to fake and try it over it. Bounces no man. Nice rebound. Good body work. He didn't get it to go down, but Larry Wise fouled him.
One thing St. Joe's does very well, they do a lot of things, but one thing I've noticed already is they shot fake very well. Every time they get the ball, they'll have a shot fake, and right now Romeoville's going for those fakes.
This Sterling Mahan is...
Well, he's their leading rebounder, and you can see once he got the ball, he put it up very nice, used his body to protect the ball, and drew the foul.
Strong-looking young man. Cost does not go down. He's a 72% foul shooter, and this team is an amazing free throw shooting team. 74% for the season.
Well, when you have good shooters, that usually happens, and he's got a lot of good shooters out there.
1 out of 2 for Mahan gives St. Joe a 1-point lead. Look at the press. Again, Vandiver in the back to help out. He goes against John Dragas. Winston's going to beat the clock, maybe. Now he's in trouble, and they do. Got a little help from Artie Preston.
That was an adventure, though, bringing it up.
5.5 to play, first quarter. Here's the shot. Preston outside. No. Rebound to the Chargers, and here they come with Freeman in the middle. Fakes and goes, hangs and puts it up. Tip not there by Mahan, and the rebound Vandiver.
It's a great move, though, wasn't it? Fun to watch him.
Here comes Dwayne Manley back the other way. 6'1", 165. There's Vandiver. He's inside. He has the ball slapped away from him. Freeman in the middle. The stand back. He slides in and is tapped away and fouled by Artie Preston. Artie Preston, nice frame on a sophomore at 6'3".
See what Romeoville has to do is they got to get back quicker, because this is going to happen to them. There's another nice move to the hoop. See, all the guards on St. Joe's can do this.
Gene Pignatore pointed out that he starts essentially 3 point guards and a couple of blue-collar workers around the basket. Stand back, and the Chargers are but 1 of 3.
Yeah, if you can get 3 point guards, Frank, basically you cut down your turnover ratio a lot, because they know how to handle the basketball.
And they shoot from the field at 51%.
Might notice one thing on St. Joe's defense, too, when they set up down at the other end. They're getting Vandiver, he's getting the ball, but he's getting it about 10, 11 feet out. And if he could get in a little bit closer, it'll be easier for him to score.
Wise saves it in bound nicely to Manley. Wise is big and strong, and he could go to work on the inside, too. Manley slides off the pick and pops. Tony Freeman out of the blocks. It's a track meet when St. Joe has it. Comes to stand back on the right. Riebel runs in the post along with Dragas. They exchange. That's Dragas, has it slapped away nicely. And Bernard Winston's in the transition game. Winston steps in for 2.
Nice fast break. Very good passing.
And Romeoville has tied it. And you can feel a little sentimental favoritism going through the crowd for the Spartans of Romeoville. Their first trip ever. Freeman walks the ball to the left. Zone stays 3-2 with Wise and Vandiver in the back. Stand back.
With the way Romeoville's playing that defense, they're going to have to hit a couple of those outside shots to loosen them up a little bit.
Sandback had no trouble with that one. Here's Vandiver in the back again. Big Sean loses to the count. 10 seconds. And Romeoville has the turnover against the pressure of St. Joe. See,
what Romeoville's doing, I believe, is keeping Winston back and not having him help against the press. And the reason they're doing that is because Freeman's guarding him, and you don't want Freeman up on the ball. I think it's good strategy, but you still have to get somebody else to bring the ball up.
Freeman goes into Mahan, who missed. Rebound comes down to the Spartans. Manley's on the fly. He's going to pull up and fire. Rebound inside. Preston is fouled, and nice work on the offensive boards by the Spartans as Artie Preston went to the board.
There you see the outside shot, and Preston's getting very good position. See him work for it, and then he goes up strong. St. Joe's had no alternative but to foul him.
Randy Riebel committed the foul. Riebel is H-R-I-B-A-L. This is Artie Preston right there. The lead for St. Joe is down to 6-5, and this is the last season for Coach Jack Hermansky. He gave a resignation on August 1st. He said, I need to step out of it for a while. And what a way to go out with a Final 8 team, and who knows, maybe more, as Preston ties the game. 3:15 in the first quarter. Frank Gassoni, along with Jim Albrecht, and Coach Bill Geist from the Assembly Hall in Champaign-Urbana. Freeman comes to the right corner this time. Spartans stay zone. Freeman busts into the middle, hands it off to Riebel, who missed. And Vanderveer, who could be a force in this game, pulls that one down. It's a long pass down the court to Wise, who turned and walked. Larry Wise got down the court in good shape, but he traveled, and there's timeout on the court at the 2:52 mark. We're all tied up, and one of your network sponsors is John Deere.
It's that time of year again, deer season. Just as the grass is getting higher, prices are getting lower on John Deere tractors, lawnmowers, tillers, chainsaws. In fact, all kinds of lawn and garden products are on sale at the lowest prices of the year. So hurry to your participating John Deere dealer. After all, it won't look so good if deer season passes you by. Nothing runs like a deer.
The original Starving Artists are back in the first sale of the season. Choose from hundreds of beautiful original oil paintings, landscapes, seascapes, florals, and much more, most priced from $7 to $39. These high-quality oil paintings may never be shown again at these low prices. Now is the time to buy. Only Starving Artists Group offers top-quality originals at these low prices. This Sunday only, noon to 4 p.m. In Springfield at the Holiday Inn East, in Decatur at the Best Western, and in Urbana at Jumer's.
That's St. Joe, and Gene Pingatore has made a habit of coming down here in '78, finished second in the state at 31-2. In '82 in the Elite Eight, '83 Elite Eight, '84 he was fourth in the state. Last year he slumped down to 20-7.
He's made up for it, though.
29-1 this time around, and Romeoville is very able to pull this one off because they're shooting 55% from the field for the season, so they can warm it up. Stand back. Romeoville adjusts their defense now. Now maybe not. Stays the zone of the Preston at the point. Tony Freeman lets fly.
They'll hit that shot all night.
He really hasn't looked for it that much yet. He's been trying to get the offense in its own flow, but he may have to take it upon himself to put some points down.
They're a very unselfish team. They're going to get the ball to the open man.
The open man there is Larry Wise, and he barged in for two to tie the game at 8.
Just as we said it about St. Joe's, it happened to Romeoville. Got two well-coached teams here.
4 points for Larry Wise, who's a transfer from Chicago Farragut, and he's a strong one. Freeman now is out at the point, and Standback's over on the wing. They exchange. Freeman again. No. Rebound this time to Wise, and the muscle man goes to Manley. Romeoville shoots for the lead. Vanderveer maybe out of his range. Wise ball fake, stripped by Freeman, but tracked down by Manley. Look at the quick hands on Freeman. Manley got around him. Preston now steps in along the baseline for two.
Vanderveer set a great screen that time. I don't know if you saw it, but he prevented the weak side help from coming over.
Score for Artie Preston, 1.5 minutes, and Romeoville's in the lead by pair. Stand back now out at the point. That's Freeman. He goes with either hand. Standback just slipped the ball between the legs. Riebel and Dragus exchange on the inside. They keep exchanging on the low block. Freeman again. That ties it at 10. And Romeoville looks at the press. Wise nearly stumbled. The ball to Vandiver into the front court. Not bad at 6'8", handling that ball.
You're getting a little practice out here with it.
Dwayne Manley goes on the move to the corner. Vandiver walk.
Get down to that low post. Forget that point stuff.
Jack Romansky looks on. That may be what he's going to tell him at the timeout. He's down about 4 feet away.
Well, you let a big man dribble the ball, I guess you deserve that. All of a sudden they think they're a guard and they wind up 20 feet out.
John Dragus sits down, and Brian Molis, a 6'4" junior, number 20, checks in for St. Joe, and he had 16 points in the super sectional.
Frank, this kid Molis is a shooter. Really a good outside shooter.
Tony Freeman turns the ball over for St. Joe, and it's 10-10 with 38 seconds to go.
The reason he turned it over is because Brian Molis cut inside, and Freeman didn't want him to do that, and Freeman gave him a look like, man, where are you going?
I wonder if the Spartans will keep Vandiver out, helping out, or get him down on the low block a little bit here.
Looks like Romeoville's going for one shot.
Preston's in trouble. Gets it over to Vandiver, and he just outreached his man for the ball. Riebel that time. Here's the ball inside the Wise for the layup. Nicely done.
Great pass. Great pass.
Now St. Joe's can get the last shot. We're down to 10. Freeman comes over on the side to Molis. 6-5. Freeman with the ball. He's way out there, and let's go. Not good. The tip is no. At the end of 1 quarter, it's Romeoville in the lead by a pair at 12-10. One of your network sponsors, the American Dairy Association of Illinois.
Milk got the kick that gives you more. Health kick. More nutrition in every pour. Health kick. I'm watching my weight and milk fits right in, 'cause it's loaded with calcium and vitamins. Kick. So get on the Health Kick and let it pour. America's favorite Health Kick. Get on the Health Kick. Milk's got more. Have more milk, 'cause milk's got more.
There was a car dealer's ad in the paper that day that read 7% financing. Just who are they trying to kid? I mean, anybody will give you 7% financing if you want to pay thousands more for the car than you should. If you want the lowest real price without all this phony baloney, come on into Green on Dirksen, where we believe we don't have to insult your intelligence just to sell you an automobile. That's why this month only, brand new 86 Golfs, $109 a month, or the all-new Jetta, $129. We're Green on Dirksen, Springfield.
There's smiles for Romeoville because their zone defense has kept St. Joe's shooting from working from the outside, and Romeoville leads by a deuce.
I think it's important for Romeoville to either keep the lead or keep it very, very close, because I think if St. Joe's gets up a little bit, they're going to hold the ball at half court, make Romeoville come out of that zone and open things up. And I don't know if there's a team in the state that can stay with the quickness of St. Joe's.
Here comes St. Joe with the ball, and they shoot for the tie. Molis goes over to Standback. He faked his man and moved. Nice pass to Riebel for the pop out of the corner.
There's that shot fake again. You've got to stay down on it. Easier said than done, though.
Ties the game. In the backcourt, the Spartans work it on up, and Bernard Winston gets it over to Manley. Manley pulls up and fires. Yes, sir.
I think that's important. He's been shooting in the first quarter. He didn't hit any, but he was right there, and he got a good roll on that one, and that could loosen him up.
He averages 14.2. Freeman flicks the ball between his legs. Molis in the right corner. Rattled it out. The Spartans have the inside position, and they run the ball up. Manley gives it over to Vandiver. And gets it back. Now the Spartans load up the offense. It's a 1-4 set, and they'll break a couple of guys out of the blow blocks. Preston come out to help. Romeoville in the lead with the ball. Preston looks inside for Vandiver. He's not there. Wise is on the side now. There's a bad pass, and Freeman's got it. It's 2-on-1, St. Joe. Stand back to the glass. Yes.
A pretty move to the hoop.
Looked like a contortionist. And did you notice that Freeman slowed it down? A lot of people on 2-on-1, they want to hurry up down there. Freeman just wait for that defensive man to
I think those two have been on the fast break before. What do you think,
it kind of looks like they were married on the fast break.
Here they come. Slows it up, like you said. Nice little pass over. A little fake inside, and then he just kind of corkscrews around and puts it in the hoop.
And he completes the three-point play at Standback, giving St. Joe a 1-point lead. Freeman has such court sense. Knew exactly what he was going to do all the way through that play. Winston exchanges outside with Manley. We come to 6:30 in the first half. And a whistle foul on Billy Standback.
So far, so good for Romeoville breaking St. Joe's press. The press has not been a factor so far, and I know Jack Hermansky wants that. They've done a very good job.
Romeoville lost to Lockport twice, Bradley and Rock Island, and they avenged the losses to Bradley and Lockport. They're down by 1 here, but shooting for the lead. Manley works his way in against Standback. Now he goes into the big man, Vandiver. He's free. Shot is short.
See where he took it from, though, Frank. That's where St. Joe's wants him to shoot from.
Plus, he put the ball down on the floor, and I don't think...
He's lucky he could bounce back to him, I'll tell you that.
I think they could get the ball down and lob it to him inside and a little closer in. There goes Riebel inside. He tried him. He couldn't get it to go. The battle's still on. Mahan came down with it, and he was fouled. There's Vandiver, 32. His second personal.
You can see the foul here. Well, I guess he did foul. I don't know. I just think sometimes the big guys get penalized. Little guy does that, and they don't call it. The big guy does it, and they do. Mahan has been just beating on people in there going to the offensive boards, but nobody sees him because he's a lot shorter. Everybody sees Vandiver out there.
Got to take what they give you.
Man missed that. Look at the battle here. Wise and Riebel tie up.
Possession goes to Romeoville.
On the alternating possession, the men in white have it. St. Joe leading 15-14. They try to get their defense to do some work and turn it over. Wise charges up like a locomotive into the front court. Look at this defensive match. Manley comes to the foul line. Missed the works. Rebound in the lane. Another tie-up. This time to the Chargers. They can go all evening without one of those and get 2 in 10 seconds.
I'll tell you, if Westchester St. Joe can pick off a clean rebound and get it down, Freeman is breaking every time.
Here comes Tony. He's got great range, remember. Molis likes that wing shot. Standback moves to the left. St. Joe in the lead, but only by 1. They're being patient now. They go inside to Man, who kicks it way back out to Standback.
Freeman got it out of there as quick as he got it. He wanted no part of that.
Standback again with the fake. Manley's jumping at those fakes. There comes Freeman. Standback again. There's Molis in the corner. The other side. No. Nice rebound by Man. Did he push?
That's what we were talking about before. Now Mahan got caught at it. See, Molis should be hitting those shots. Although that's only a second one. Maybe he's not loose yet.
Molis had mononucleosis earlier in the year, and he's come on very, very well.
Here's the shot. Man goes after it strong, but he bumped him with the body.
And now Romeoville. It seems like it's been 15-14 a while. There's a near steal by Molis. The Spartans have it. Manley brings it into forecourt.
Just beat the 10-second call that time, Frank.
He sure did. Just a whisper. St. Joe's always plays man-to-man. Nice ball handling and a whistle. Blocking foul called on Standback. And once again, they're calling him closer than I've seen in a while.
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you, we mentioned before that St. Joe's press is not a factor. I'm going to predict if it does become a factor, Freeman's going to be part of it.
Second foul on Billy Standback. 4.5. You might have heard Jack Hermansky yelling, "Give it to him" inside. And Vandiver is on the low block now. He's posted up. There's a man in front and behind him. So Winston tries and got it. Bernard Winston shoots Romeoville into the lead with his 4th point. 3-2 zone by the Spartans. Standback over it. Vandiver over the top of everybody for the rebound. Winston nearly lost the handle, but Manley has it, and Romeoville leads. And they don't seem intimidated by their first visit to the Assembly Hall. Look at Manley's move. Oh, jeez. Now you see it, now you don't. Right down. 4 points for Manley and a 3-point advantage. Well, if they weren't tight before, that'll loosen them up. Freeman fires and can't answer. High for the rebound is Manley. The Spartans run the court. Larry Wise. No. Vandiver rebounds. He's got it up and in.
Timeout, coach.
Romeoville has moved to a 5-point advantage, and St. Joe says timeout. It's a dandy, and one of your network sponsors is Brute.
Say, Earl, you still thinking of switching corn soil insecticides?
Yeah, I've thought about it a lot. Mine's just not doing the job anymore.
Well, you ought to take a look at this magazine ad for Brute brand insecticide. It says here, Brute blends its active ingredient throughout each granule instead of just sticking it on the surface like other products. So when you put Brute in the soil, it releases protection gradually, not all at once. Brute keeps your corn safe from rootworms all season long, from planting until the rootworm season is over. Brute corn soil insecticide. It's the one to switch to.
Hi, I'm Bob Ridings. At Bob Ridings Ford, AMC Jeep in Taylorville, we are your van headquarters, and here's proof. A brand new Ford conversion van for only $15,999. That's right, a brand new Ford conversion van for only $15,999. That's only at Bob Ridings Ford, your van headquarters in Taylorville.
So come to Bob Ridings Ford AMC Jeep in Taylorville. We're just 30 minutes away from high prices.
Romeoville in the lead with some work like this.
Think this is a planned play?
In his mind.
This is play one.
One way than the other.
Little double pump one-hander as your payback.
Can't play any better defense.
That's a prime time move, I'll tell you. Romeoville by 5, and St. Joe now will try to answer. Romeoville stays with their solid 3-2 zone. Inside it goes to Mann. He fakes and lays it in. Sterling Mahan, strong at 6 foot.
Made a nice fake, and then he went very strong to the hoop.
And now the pressure's on. Wise gets it in the front. And guards him. Wise on a spin move to the ball.
Great move. Woo. I think Romeoville's got all guards out there.
At 6'4", Larry Wise turned it loose. The chant is Larry in the background. Molis, let's go.
He has got to hit one of those. He's an important part of their offense.
And Romeoville with a 5-point lead pushes the ball up the court.
Romeoville's getting more and more confidence as this game is going on, do you think? There's another one.
Bounces in for 2 more. And here come the Spartans with a 7-point lead. 6 points from Manley. And he's had a sparkling quarter. Stand back, passes up a shot. Freeman goes to the corner and navigates his team around the bend. Molis runs the baseline. Let's see if Freeman takes it upon himself to take a shot. Stand back adjusted in the air and got it over to Freeman. Under 2 minutes, first half. Molis tries for the 4th time. No, he missed everything. And Vandiver couldn't save it, and it's out of bounds to St. Joe. It's a good break for the Chargers.
What's happening to Molis happens to a lot of people in basketball, Frank. You miss a couple of big ones in a big game, and then you start thinking about it too much. And right now, he's not letting himself naturally react to the jump shot. He doesn't shoot air balls. I mean, he's not supposed to be.
He sits down there, and Clifford Scales comes out, a 6'1" junior, number 23 for St. Joe.
I think that's a good substitution, not because he's missing a shot, just because I think the coach ought to talk to him, settle him down a little bit, let him sit down and kind of catch his breath and get mentally back into the game.
Well, Molis is averaging 10 points a game, and he's not a full-time player, so he's a good shooter. Scales is 23 on the wing there. His shot is not good. Tracking it down is Riebel. Mann's inside, puts his head down, goes up against a big man and challenged him and scored.
See, we're talking about St. Joe's hitting the outside shot, but I really think they should be getting the ball more to Mahan and let him go at the basket.
Vandiver didn't want to pick up number 3, and Mahan had his way inside. It's 24-19, Romeoville. Manley again. Hanging and missed that time, but he was fouled. And Manley's a handful on offense.
Well, he hit that one impossible shot before. And now I think St. Joe's is thinking, geez, he can do that every time. Well, you know, that was kind of a lucky shot, and I don't think this was a good foul.
Manley looks much more comfortable going to his right.
Yeah.
And it's a 2-shot violation. Manley's a 75% foul shooter. Little string music. 1:12 to play the first half. A half a dozen is the lead for Romeoville from Will County. They had a great game in the super sectional, smashing Decatur 65 to 46. That's point number 8 for Manley. That's the largest lead for Jack Hermansky there and the Spartans. Jack Hermansky shooting to make the Final Four. Scales didn't. Now Freeman will. Around and out. Riebel rebounds. Steps in and is smacked by Bernard Winston. Good offensive board work by Randy Riebel.
Not really a bad foul by Winston because that's a gimme.
Freeman misses this shot. Normally he hits that. But nice strong rebound. You got to pick up your teammates, and there's he worked very hard to get position, then went up strong with 2 hands for the ball.
The free throw is not good.
You know, I think they can rebound offensively because I think Vandiver is very aware that he's got 2 fouls, and he's really shying away from any contact.
Riebel missed them both, but the rebound comes to Mann, and he is fouled by Larry Wise, and the Spartans are doing some fouling here.
Well, Wise forgot to screen out that time. I don't care how big the guy is next to you. You got to get position.
Lamar Mason, 21, checks in, and Vandiver is going to go out with those 2 personals with 55 seconds.
I think this is a good substitution.
Yeah.
You don't want him picking up his 3rd with 55 seconds to go. Plus, you've got a 7-point lead. Coach is in the game.
Well, Coach Hermansky saw Wise pick up 2, and then he said, "Oh my goodness, what if my big man picks up his 3rd? Then I'll be in trouble."
They may try to go for a 1 shot here to close out without the big man to close out the half. Free throw by Mahan is good. And now for St. Joe, Molis is going to get right back in. And Billy Standback sits down. That's Molis. A good look at him.
Billy's got 2 fouls, doesn't he? Standback. I think there you have the other coach doing the same thing. He doesn't want him picking up his 3rd in the last minute. Plus, you give Molis another chance to play.
St. Joe within 5 with 55 seconds. And now let's see what the Spartan strategy is. Look at Freeman trying to push Manley to his left hand. Manley got it across. Freeman really gets down on the defense. Wise way away from the goal. The Spartans have pulled it out. And this is their delay. They're looking to get the last shot of the first half. One in which they performed very well and lead by 5. Wise, 6'4". Starts to go, 20 seconds. St. Joe stays patient on the defense and works the man-to-man. Manley is fouled by Tony Freeman. Hand-checking foul, looks like it's a 2nd on Freeman.
You know, he gives you that little fake to the left, but he's always going to come back to the right. At least that's what he's shown. And Tony kind of fell for the fake that time.
Gene Pignator just reminded Freeman he has 2, and there's 11 seconds to go here in the half. And Manley goes right back to the line. He's had a big half. Didn't get that. And now St. Joe could have the last shot. 8. Freeman took a glance at the clock. The ball into Mahan. He steps in. He missed it. He rebounded it. Missed it again. Tip no. And that's the end of the first half. An exciting first half of play in the last quarterfinal game of the day. With a halftime score, Romeoville Spartans 26 and the Chargers of St. Joe 21. One of your network sponsors is John Deere.
I'll see your 5 and raise you 5 more. I think you're bluffing, Ed. Ah! Don't move a paw. Every time I get a good hand, the lights go.
When the odds are against you, a John Deere generator is one sure bet.
You didn't look at my cards, did you, Ed? Oh. I know you can see in the dark. I'll see your 5 and bump you 5 more, Ed.
Today, most people treat their small change like it was no big deal. But right now at Hardee's,
The Big Deluxe, please.
a little change adds up to the thickest, juiciest quarter-pound burger of them all. Just $1.19 for Hardee's new Big Deluxe. A lot of burger for not a lot of change.
Hardee's, where good people go, good food.
A 26-21 Romeoville lead over St. Joseph's. And Coach, I thought Romeoville did a very good job of handling Tony Freeman, keeping him from scoring too many points, and they did a good job on the boards.
Yeah, they kept Freeman out of the game for the most part, and then I think Coach Romanski's got a great game plan as far as beating their press. The thing that I think is disappointing for St. Joe fans is I don't think the intensity level on defense is there. I've seen them play much better defense individually as well as team defense. The best thing they're doing is keeping Vanderveer away from the basket, and Dragus is doing that. The rest of the kids, their three guards, the defense just isn't there. There's that little spark is missing right now. And hopefully, well, for St. Joe fans, I know Coach Pingatore is going to try to generate a little enthusiasm with his halftime speech.
I guess it's even possible when you come to the Elite Eight to have a little bit of a letdown or to be a little overconfident against the other guy. Romeoville is not one of those names that's down here every year and like a St. Joe is, and maybe there is a little mental letdown.
Well, you know, when you're dealing with kids, there's, what, 17, 16, 18, you don't know what's going through their mind. You don't want them to be overconfident, and yet you want them to know that, hey, you've got a chance. I mean, no matter who you're playing, you have a chance. Earlier in the day, we had Evanston playing against King, and there was psychology there. And now I think with St. Joe's, it's the same way. Were they overconfident? Weren't they ready? Who knows?
Romeoville in the lead, and now let's go down to the court side with Jim Albrecht.
Thank you, Frank. I am standing with Al Biancalana, who is the assistant coach at Chicago Leo. His team fell to Westchester St. Joseph just 3 days ago. And you were commenting before we went on the air, Al, why didn't they shoot like that against us? Because they shot lights out against you guys.
We'd be playing tonight.
Are you really surprised? Have you seen St. Joe's go this cold? It's not a matter of defense, is it? Because, for example, Molis has been open on the wings. He's just not hitting it.
Well, Molis, for example, had 12 out of his 16 points in the second half against us and did not miss a shot in the second half. So, you know, it was kind of disappointing that they would have someone come off the bench like that and shoot so well. As a team, they shot over 60% against us from the floor.
Does Romeoville surprise you the way they're running at St. Joe's? It seems like at times they've got 5 guards out there just running down the floor. Mr. Wise can bring it down. Vanderveer is bringing it down. Everybody's bringing it down, and they're hitting their shots.
Well, I think the key to the first half was the fact that whoever Freeman was guarding, they sent deep. Against us in the second half, we were tied 27-27 in the first half. They switched up the pressure, and they went to predetermined spots in the run and jump, and they always had Freeman on the ball. And I think they switched and they went to that a little bit towards the end of the first half. So it'll be interesting to see what they do in the second half.
Now, this is not a ball club that gives it to Freeman when they get in trouble, is it? I mean, they won't put it all on his shoulders, but he can send home 10 in a row if need be.
Definitely. You know, the one thing that we thought going into our ball game is we had to limit their spurts. You know, outstanding team as far as offensive spurts go, and for a time we did that. You know, and tonight it just doesn't seem like they could get untracked.
If you were a betting man, would you bet they'd come back?
A lot of experience. You got to remember now that Freeman's a 4-year starter. Has been down here 3 times out of his 4 years. Standback is a 3-year starter for him. They got a lot of experience.
Al Biancalana of Chicago Leo, we appreciate you stopping by. Enjoy the rest of the ball game. Let's go back to Frank Pisoni.
Thank you very much, Jim. We've got ourselves a 26-21 Romeoville lead here at halftime, and we're going to come back at the Assembly Hall in just a moment. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance.
When Terry's new convertible got wrecked, he found repairs would cost more than a brand new one. But fortunately, he had the keeper policy from Country Companies. So did you have to part with a big chunk of cash, Terry?
Nope, just the $100 deductible. My keeper policy got me a brand new one. Just like it. You got the country behind you.
With the all-new keeper policy.
You got the Country Companies.
Choosing a herbicide used to be a problem. Some products injured crops, and some drifted, and others acted slowly, problem after problem, in spite of so-called improvements. Now there's one herbicide for corn and sorghum that lets you rest easy with your choice. A concentrated herbicide that works better because it's built better. Me4 Brominol. It controls over 60 tough broadleaves, won't vaporize and won't carry over, and it works in days, not weeks. Me4 Brominol, the better choice for corn and sorghum.
The Chargers of St. Joseph's have found it a chilly going first half at the Assembly Hall in Champaign-Urbana, and they only had 10 at the first quarter and 21 at halftime, and that's why Mahan, the leading scorer with 9 points, Standback with 6, had a good half, but Tony Freeman, averaging 20 points plus a game, had 4. Riebel had 2, I should say, and that's it. For Romeoville, a good half out of Manley and Wise with 8 points apiece. Preston with 4, Winston with 4. Nice balance there. Vandiver, their biggest scorer at 18-5, had only 2, and 2 fouls on Wise and Vandiver, the big people inside. So Manley and Wise, leading the way for Romeoville, and they're shooting much better, of course, than the Chargers of St. Joe. Now we'll be back and look at the team stats in just a moment. One of your network sponsors is Amaben.
If you're broadcasting Trefland this season, the makers of Amaben want you to try this field test. If you do, you'll see how surprisingly low the cost of Amaben can be. It's simple. After you broadcast Trefland, select some acres and band Amaben granules over the row at planting. Will there be a difference in broadleaf control if you band Amaben granules? Well, yes. Will it be a big difference? You be the judge.
Not set up to band? See your dealer about equipment discounts offered by the makers of Amaben.
You wonder what's on sale this weekend at Young's? Well, I'll tell you. This GE built-in dishwasher that has 5 wash cycles, perma-tough tub, 2-level wash action, a soft food disposer,
yeah,
an energy saver drying, a 10-year warranty, and your choice of colors.
Yeah, but what's the incredible price?
$298.
$298 for a GE dishwasher with all those features?
Yeah, and it's this weekend only at Young's Appliance, TV, Video, and Security Systems.
You always get a little more at Young's.
St. Joe's, Westchester shoots 51% from the field for the season and 74% at the foul line. Not in the first half today. Romeoville, on the other hand, is a 55% field goal shooting team for the season. That would usually indicate some inside shots.
Yeah, and I think the key for first half for Romeoville, or one of the keys, was the play of Wise. I mean, he was a force on the boards. He hit 8 points for him, and I don't know if they usually get that much out of him, but I thought he had a great half.
He did, and he had 13 points in the Super, too. There's your halftime statistics. St. Joe of Icy Coal, 8 for 29. That's 28%. Romeoville, 50% on 11 of 22. Free throwing, St. Joseph's off again, 5 of 10 for 50%. Romeoville, 4 of 5 for 80. St. Joe with more rebounds, 17 to 14, and it's 4 to 3 in the turnover department. We'll be back with the second half. One of your network sponsors is John Deere.
Beret, logger extraordinaire.
Bonjour, monsieur.
I see you're using a John Deere chainsaw.
Oh oui, bien sûr. Elle possède une puissance étonnante. Elle est légère et elle coupe même les plus gros arbres à la planche. Boum! Il tombe instantanément.
How about the features?
Fantastique. Ignition électronique, elle fonctionne en souplesse. Et regarde, la poignée est protégée. C'est une magnifique tronçonneuse. Oh, non. Magnifique tronçonneuse.
Think of Dick Van Dyke as number 3. Sears and Ward's are both major retailers. Do they offer same-day delivery, evening delivery at no extra charge, or a 5-year limited warranty? At Dick Van Dyke, we do all of these things and more. Right now, we have an excellent buy on this Frigidaire dishwasher, just $219. Before you make a major appliance purchase, think of Dick Van Dyke as number 3.
Dependably dependable for you.
Another kind of March Madness from Landmark Ford, of course. For a limited time, select your unique, one-of-a-kind, custom-painted 1986 Sundowner Ranger Sport with TA tires, chrome or gold wheels, AM/FM stereo cassette, step bumper, and blackout chrome. Was Landmark priced at $97.76, now just $77.77 plus destination charge. It's yours, it's individual, it's unique, it's exclusive at Landmark Ford in Springfield.
Second half of Romeoville and St. Joe. Earlier today, Peoria Manual got by Rockford Boylan 49-41, so Manual advanced. Then Chicago King pulled it out of the fire against Evanston 64-62. They also advanced. Rich Central beat Carbondale 54-43. So 3 teams that play tomorrow in the semifinals have identical records of 30-1. That's what the Chargers of St. Joseph are trying to do, become 30-1 and be in the Final Four. But Romeoville has been a big obstacle in the first half and lead by 5. Romeoville in the white. The Spartans got an excellent half of play from Manley, Wise in particular. And they start with the ball. This is Manley 20, man-to-man for the Chargers. They need to warm up the nets. They'll probably come out with some more intensity. Vanderveer gets the shot up, and no, he can't get it to go down. Freeman on the bounce to Mahan. Stand back, beat his man to the baseline. Woo!
Nice fast break. Had the 3 guards on it. Mahan in the middle, Freeman on the right, stand back on the left, and they cashed in.
That's 7 for stand back. Wise on a traveling violation. And as you've observed before, Coach, you've got to come out of that locker room ready to play. So the turnover allows St. Joe to try to cut it to 1.
See, if knowing Coach Pingatore the way I do, I would say that he really got his kids up a little bit at halftime. He probably did a lot of talking, yelling, whatever, but they seem like they're a little bit more ready to play now.
Tony Freeman missed. They tap at the rebound. It lands in the hands of Riebel for the deuce. Check it. It's Riebel. Randy Riebel. The compliment Gene Pingatore pays him. He says he's my blue-collar player, and believe me, coaches mean that. Complimentary, hard-working guy. Riebel got it in. It's a 1-point Romeoville lead, and that took 1 minute. Manley goes into Wise. He turns and rolled it home.
Nice
Uses
power
strength. Romeoville by 3.
That was an important hoop, I think, for Romeoville, just to kind of establish themselves. Hey, we came to play the third quarter, too.
Stand back. Zips the ball inside. Blocked down out of the hands of Molis. And then foul. The first block was clean. But the foul was committed the second time, and Molis, number 20, will go to the line.
St. Joe's is moving a lot quicker on offense, it seems to me, this quarter. First half, it was kind of slow motion. They were moving, but not real quick. And now they seem that was a great example, I think. Molis really cut hard to the hoop and got a great pass.
His father was a basketball player, wasn't he?
A long, long time ago, I remember playing against him. He was a great shooter, too.
Well, that couldn't have been that long ago.
Oh, yeah, it was. Believe me.
Ryan puts down a pair, and St. Joe comes back within 1. And they've scored 6 points in a row. With only 2 points by Romeoville. Vanderveer in the front court is stripped. Freeman's got it. The Jet goes up ahead to Mahan for the easy 2. And St. Joe takes the lead. And the Spartans will stop it right there. At 6:18 to play, it's a 1-point game. Isaiah Thomas. And, of course, some other excellent players like Darryl Thomas and Tony Reeder.
Isaiah Thomas was at their super sectional game, too. He was sitting on the sidelines with them. Gene Pingatore says he keeps in constant contact with the club.
Well, of course, Tony Freeman is the most publicized, but Billy Standback is a great-looking guard, too. And he's really quick and able to play on both ends of the court. This is Dwayne Manley. Goes into Vanderveer. He missed. Winston rebound and missed from point blank, and the foul is on Molis, holding out Vanderveer inside.
That's one of the few times we've seen Vanderveer go hard to the board. That's what I think the big guy should be doing a little more of.
Vanderveer has not asserted himself in this game as you might expect he would, averaging 18.5 points and 10.5 rebounds. Here he comes. Well, would you remind him? And he knocked it in, 30-29 Romeoville.
See what he's got to do. He's got to learn to take that shot as he did that time, but with the pressure.
Freeman couldn't get it. There's Vanderveer, who had 21 points and 14 rebounds in the super sectional. Long up ahead to Wise. He goes all the way in and missed. And Mahan comes the other way. Romeoville by 1, but St. Joe shoots for the lead. Stand back up top. Still the zone by the Spartans. Molis is open and doesn't. Molis goes into the right corner. Right there. Eyed it. Now he's going to get it. Not there. Riebel fights for the board. Vanderveer, before he fell down, nicely got it off. And the Spartans come up. 3-on-2 against him. It didn't stop Manley. He got it over to Winston, but he dropped it.
That was an excellent play by a big man down here, I thought, because he was stumbling and he just shoveled the ball off.
14, Billy Standback, 5'10" senior and co-captain, tri-captain, Mahan, Freeman, and Standback for the men in red. 4:54 to play, third quarter. Is a near steal, and Romeoville couldn't quite get it, or did they?
Well, they ruled Standback at it last.
The break for the Spartans.
Some quick hands by Romeoville, too.
I guess. We've seen quick teams all day long. Here's a whistle, and a foul goes on Standback. It was an interesting way Manley was dribbling the ball. That's going to be the third personal on Billy Standback, and you see the expression on Gene Pingator's face.
Manley really protects the ball with his body. He tries to get his body in between.
He goes right at almost all costs.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. You know, Coach Pingator told him at halftime he's very right-handed, so overplay him. And they did that.
Better hurry.
The call could have gone either way.
Here comes Wise barreling up the front, and they didn't make it. Wise missed by the second, and once again, St. Joe turns it over with their pressure. 4:30 to play. And now St. Joe shoots for the lead. Notice Tony Freeman's got a wrap around his right ankle, kind of a support.
Well, I think he sprained it, geez, I think it was in one of the, just before the sectional game. And that's just an air cast, I think they call it. That just keeps the ankle in place.
No noticeable effect on his game.
Doesn't help his quickness. Maybe it helps him. I'll have all my players wear them.
Here's Standback trying outside. It won't go. Mahan tipped at it, but the rebound comes to Artie Preston. And the Spartans control, and they lead by 1. Who will join the Final Four? We have 1 to decide. 3 in the bank: Manuel, King, and Rich Central. Wise. There's the ball into Vanderveer inside. He belts his way in. It goes out of bounds to the Spartans, and boy, Vanderveer really turned with some authority to the basket. There was some contact in there that time.
So he's getting beat on a little bit in there, but they're letting him get away with it. This is what I meant before when I said he's got to shoot with that pressure. He goes up. There's a lot of hands whacking at him.
Well, there was a nice pass, and he got it down to the count.
See that when he goes up for the shot, the hands might be away, but the body is leaning into him, and that's what he's got to learn to do is shoot with that pressure. Maybe we'll see this on the replay.
Watch the good pass by Winston. Hit him right in the hand. You catch, and lights out.
He's just going to the hoop much harder, that's all.
Well, trying to guard him down there is like trying to kiss your elbow. He's just 6'8" and powerhouse, and he's about 2 feet from the goal there.
I'm going to try that.
He missed the three-point play, but look at Winston. Molas battling for it. Who's got it? St. Joe. Good hustle. 3-point lead. Tony Freeman in overdrive. He missed. Mahan made a great effort, and Vanderveer comes out with it. Romeoville with 3:30 to play has Larry Wise with a short one. Not there. Wise has got it again. Here he comes.
Nice second effort. See, this is St. Joe's got good jumpers. Let's look at the replay. And then, nice second effort. Good pump fake. Going up strong.
Well, Jack Hermansky says that without Larry Wise, they wouldn't be here today. And that's not belittling anybody else, but he has really put some force into their lineup.
See, before this happened at the other end, Sterling Mahan had a great second effort to get the ball up. But when you're his size, you've got to come down. Vanderveer's up there all the time.
There's Billy Standback sitting down with 8 points with 3 fouls. And Larry Wise just knocked in a free throw that gave Romeoville a 4-point lead.
St. Joe's with a much bigger lineup right now.
Clifford Scales checked in. Wise made them both. He has a dozen in the game. His average is 14. Romeoville built it back to 5. That was their halftime lead. Let's see if we get Tony Freeman involved in the offense a little more now. Freeman's got the ball there. Looking over the zone. Riebel came toward the ball. Mahan's got it. Now Freeman. He's going to try it. He followed and got it. Steps in. Has it slapped away nicely by Vandiver. And St. Joe will control. Vandiver more than a foot taller. Slapped it away. Stanback will come right back into the game.
Freeman really hasn't got his touch tonight from the field.
The ball isn't rolling off his fingers the right way.
Yeah, he's the kind of player, he doesn't let it get to him. He's still in there. It doesn't bother him. He'll come back down and take another one.
Riebel goes out for St. Joe. Stanback right back in the game right there with the ball. Molas may take that wing shot.